Hello everyone, my name is Miguel Hernandez. I want to apologize in advance for the lighting. You can see the back lighting here is pretty much considered the only lighting for my living room. So I'm going to work with what I can, and obviously my laptop light here, which isn't the best as well. So anyways, I'll start off by saying that I live in Minnesota. The cold state of Minnesota is starting to get cold here. I've been here for 28 years. I came from Mexico. I was 3 months old when my mom brought me. To be honest, I don't know why she chose Minnesota out of all the other states, California, Texas, Florida, any of those southern states that are a lot warmer, and we ended up here. So, I do love the changing of the seasons, but when we get winter for about 6 months, that kind of sucks. So, I thankfully I've been able to live in other states. I was in the Marine Corps for 6 years and now in the Air Force for 2 years. So throughout that and training, I've lived in California for a little bit, Colorado, Virginia, and Texas. So the states that I pretty much named off. So yeah, anyways, so right now I'm currently pursuing a professional flight degree. I have about a year left. I start my instruments training in January and then commercial and so on after that. So right now I'm currently taking all the online classes that are needed as aviation safety, introduction to risk management, and all those other courses alongside with the flight courses. So my current job right now, I'm an electronics integrated systems specialist in the Air Force. I am full-time and I work as a federal employee there. I started recently there. I was on orders for a little while, and so now I am there full-time, and I have a second job. I work as a line service technician for a local flight school where I actually earned my private pilot's license at, and I've been there for about a year and a half. My goal after this course is to continue with the courses that I need, hopefully earn my degree, and then earn my CFI rating so that I can apply to that local flight school that I work at as a CFI, and hopefully take on the job of a certified flight instructor full-time there until I gain all the hours for the airline. In that process, I'm going to try to take the Air Force qualification tests to see if I can even earn get into a pilot slot with the Air Force. It's better to try than to not, and so I'm going to try that as well, and we'll see where we go from there. Hopefully I get to chase that dream as well, if not continue to the commercial aviation side. My current hobbies include fishing, kayaking, reading, working on model aircraft, those little ones that you can buy at Michael's. I do that during the fall to keep me busy because it's not always warm out there. Snowboarding is a big thing for me in the winter. It's nothing like being in Colorado, small hills here, but I do with what I can here. I go to the gym about 3 to 4 times a week. I hang out with my pup Lucy. She's currently laying next to me down here. I like to hang out with friends, family, try new restaurants. I mean, who doesn't like new foods and eating food in general? So I also, for other hobbies, I like collecting some plants. I like going to antique stores to see what they have. I get curious. And I also like to read into space articles. I'm a huge fanatic of space. Interstellar is my favorite movie. So anything about space I try to soak up. My previous past experience, like I mentioned before, I was in the Marine Corps for 6 years. I was a fuel specialist, so I dealt with refueling pods and the refueling systems for helicopters out in the forward area and refueling points. I did that in the reserves, but I was a police officer in the civilian side. I did that for a couple years. You know, I worked with TSA, and then I was a community service officer, and then became a police officer. So I did all that. I completed that dream, but when I was in that field, as many of you know, things became very charged up for the law enforcement field, and I lost ambition for it. And so I was very lost for a while. I, just wasn't feeling it in my heart, and so I didn't want to be in that profession to provide a half service for people. So one day I decided to hop up in a discovery flight. I had taken one in 9th grade, and then I did another one, and when I got into that aircraft, it was just a whole new dream that opened up for me, and I feel like it was God guiding me in the path that I was looking for. And so I ended up signing up for courses, and now I'm here. I switched into the Air Force, and I do that full time. I work with aircraft, and I fly for fun at that local flight school. And I feel like I'm chasing my true dream. I'm at where I'm supposed to be, and I still have many goals to complete. And so, yeah, that's my current life, my heading right now. And I'm very thankful for the experiences I had in law enforcement and the people I've met along the way. I'm still friends with a lot of people that, through my previous jobs and everything. So it's been great. It hasn't been easy, but I'm still here, and I'm thankful. So what I would like to learn from this course is everything about safety. Safety is paramount in the Air Force, in the Marine Corps, and in everyday life. It's never a bad thing to continue learning. Pilot is always striving to learn, and that is my goal, and hopefully soaking up all this knowledge so that I can pass on to students in the future when I get into that position. A big thing for me why this course is very important is because I recently had a friend pass away 2 weeks ago to a aviation related incident, and so that was very difficult for all of us that we worked with him, and so it's unfortunate, but what we can take away from it is learn from it, and learn the things we shouldn't do or what not to do, and to continue being a safe pilot. So yeah, so everything I can about this course I'm going to soak up and carry it with me along the way, even when I fly on my own. Anyways, that's about it. Thank you. If you have any more questions, go ahead and ask me, but thank you for listening.